Genetics on the surface seems like the study of DNA and heredity, but it is so much more than that. Genetics is the study of how genes play a role in our lives. Genes are found in the DNA and in the nuclei of all of your cells. You get half of your genes from mom and half of your genes from dad. Genes decide the color of your eyes and hair, whether you are tall or short, have curly hair or straight hair, or if you will have certain types of diseases. You may resemble your parents and siblings because you share similar genes with them. These genes can determine if you are more prone to things like cancer, heart disease, and health complications later in life. The study of genetics has applications in medicine, the food that you eat, and society. A thorough understanding of genetics can allow people to accomplish great things, such as solving crimes, cloning and genetically engineering living things, and conducting gene therapy. When something is genetically modified, it means the genes of that organism have been changed to improve the organism. Genes can be manipulated to make food taste better, contain more nutrients, grow faster, produce larger crops, or to be pest resistant, but there is concern that GMOs could potentially harm the environment. If GMOs were to crossbreed with natural plants, those could become resistant to herbicides. This could possibly cause superweeds that could take over other plants. So how common are GMOs? GMOs have been found in up to 80% of packaged foods in the United States. In some studies, the consumption of GMO foods increases the risk of food-based allergies in people. This makes you wonder, do the benefits outweigh the risks? According to the National Human Genome Research Institute, there are 3 different types of artificial cloning: gene cloning, reproductive cloning, and therapeutic cloning. Gene cloning produces copies of individual genes. Reproductive cloning produces copies of whole animals. Therapeutic cloning produces embryonic stem cells for experiments aimed at creating tissues to replace injured or diseased tissues. So why clone? Cloning is thought to be an option for saving animals that may otherwise go extinct. Some people want to clone their pets so they can theoretically live forever. Also, scientists are looking to clone farm animals that are particularly good at milk production or those that have high levels of lean meat. Also, some cloned genetically modified organisms are modified to make proteins that could be missing in the human body, and these could be used as a treatment option for someone who is lacking certain proteins. Many mammals have been cloned, including dogs, cats, cattle, sheep, and rodents. There have been claims of human cloning, but no proof has been given for this. This is not to say human cloning would never occur. But is it ethical to clone a person? Gene therapy is a procedure that uses genes to treat or prevent disease. This may allow doctors in the future to treat diseases and disorders by deactivating bad genes or replacing bad genes with good ones. This could replace drug therapies and surgery for diseases such as cancer and viral infections. Genetic testing is a medical test that tells a person if they have or will have a genetic condition sometime in their lifetime. It can also tell them if they will pass on any genetic disorders to their potential offspring. Some couples choose to do this before trying to have children to prevent passing on any unfavorable genetic disorders or even passing on fatal genetic conditions. DNA found at a crime scene can be used as physical evidence to connect a suspect to a crime. Sources of DNA at the crime scene can range from sweat and blood to semen, earwax, and saliva. DNA from a suspect can be found on almost any surface at the crime scene, and only a few good cells are needed to gather DNA evidence to solve a case. Although all of these applications of genetic technology are incredible, and many almost seem to be from a sci-fi film, there is one question that needs to be answered. Should we use them? This is a simple question that has no simple answer. One of my favorite movies is Jurassic Park. It's one of my favorites, mainly because it's all about dinosaurs, but also because of the applications of genetics in the film. In this movie, dinosaurs were genetically engineered and brought back to life in the present day, on a secluded island. Although some of the science in this movie is a little far-fetched, there is a quote from this movie that describes the ethical standpoint that needs to be considered when considering all of these genetic advances. Dr. Malcolm stated, "Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether they could that they didn't stop to think if they should." So now that you know some of the uses of genetic technology, what do you think? Is it ethical? Do the health and societal benefits outweigh the negative outcomes?